Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. Working on a 2007 Honda. It's the Odyssey. It's got the big 3.5, money lights on. It needs inspection. I think the engine light's going to be pretty easy. I took her for a little rip there. Had to go down to the Aeromart there, grab a cup of coffee and a Drake's coffee cake for my midday snack. While I was doing that, I utilized this little guy. We showed this in another video, this King Bullen E-Diag Elite. Been using this thing quite a bit. Comes in a case with a little hoop on there. You can put a clip on it for the mechanic with the on-the-go lifestyle. I'll show you what we had. Bring it up here. I'll click USA. It's got some issues there with the purge valve stating that it's not working, and I don't believe it is. And that's because I drove it down the road and I was monitoring we'll go system selection ECM. I was monitoring the purge and it showed that the purge was, ramping up, started out at 9% and it brought its way up to, 30, 40% or something there while I was driving down the road. And the fuel tank pressure sensor stayed right at 0, 2.5 volts or whatever it's at, 2.51, 2.52, and I believe the purge got up to around 40%. I didn't see any change in fuel tank pressure. So we can see here we got a P145C, EVAP Purge flow malfunction. Then we have a 497 for low purge flow, and then the pending. So 2 pending, 2 current, and I do believe that we have no EVAP purge. Now, when I was driving there, I went to actuation test, then I went to EVAP test, and then I went to solenoid test, and then this very top one, purge control solenoid, or CPV, which is canister purge valve, if my acronyms are right, and it wouldn't allow me to do it with the engine running. So it says right here, stop the engine. Stop! There, I stopped it. It's a neutral, all that stuff. And here we are, so I can... Oh, I hear it clicking, so that's good. Let's see if it is indeed stuck, or we have loss of vacuum, or there's a really massive leak to the back. Those are our options. So yeah, so that's it. Let's go check it out. If it is a bad purge valve, I already ordered one. Boom, got one right here. Couldn't get an OEM today. Customer wants car fixed today, so that's what I have in case we need it. I'm sure that's probably what we'll need. Oops, I don't think that one works. It's exposed. Where does the purge valve live? That's the next thing. I heard her clicking. Must be right there. We don't want to whack on it. What we need to do, so the purge valve lives here. Sometimes if you just give them the old Fontarelli, like, hey, and then all of a sudden they're working again. We want to verify that it indeed does or doesn't work. Okay? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's what we can say. Let's unhook it from its vacuum source here. There it is. Let's get ourselves a little vacuum pump. I don't know if we got one up here or not. Let me go find one for us. We use this little guy, the Mighty Vac. Okay. It should hold vacuum right now. Oh, and it does. We've got about 26 inches on there. Let's get out our phone again. All right, here we go. We can see our gauges sitting. You probably can't because we have poor photography skills on. Oh, son of a gun, she worked. Off. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. Well, son of a gun. Son of a gun. It's working. And it could be because we touched it. I doubt it. We didn't really touch it that hard. So let's do this. Let's go redo the tests I did initially. I should have recorded it. I should have brought you along. Let's take it for a little rip there. Let's pull some data up on our screen. I half expected that thing to not work. Let's go. It's too bad we can't duty cycle it at like, 30, 40% like it does when we drive. So let's do this. Let's go back into our data stream. Let's type EVAP, I believe it was under. So there's our canister vent solenoid, our purge control duty cycle. And then let's type in pressure. Whoa, nope. Let's type in fuel. And let's see what we have here. We should have fuel tank pressure. I'm not seeing it. What was it labeled under there, Rocco? You just looked at it 30 minutes ago. Okay, whoops. Here's this guy. Click happy. All right, let's do this again. Let's go EVAP. We'll do both of those. And then maybe tank. Nope. Maybe pressure. Nope, we already did that. Maybe fuel, we already did that. Gosh, I don't remember struggling to find it here. So let's X here. Let me just go through these here. Honda really likes to use their acronyms. Let's see. FTP. There we go. Should have known. Okay, so we have our fuel tank pressure sensor, our voltage here on the bottom. And like I say, when I drove it, it was all steady Eddie. Old steady Eddie, we know him. Let's move our light. Let's open up our door. Let's slam the hood down right on our phone. So, what do we do if it works now all of a sudden? Because I never proved to you that it didn't. Proved to myself. Let me prop this thing. Oh, look at this. The customer has a phone holder. That's handy. Wow. Now I can watch it while I drive without being illegal. Let's see. I am holding a camera. That's probably illegal in 9 countries. It's definitely illegal in New York. Any cars coming? Oh yeah, we're gonna. Nope. He turned on his signal, so we're good. No mercy, reversey. Here we go. It took a minute for the purge valve to kick on initially on my test drive. So on a Honda's just like 2.5 volts is atmospheric pressure. Oh, last time I got about this far and it turned on the purge valve. Not the case this time. Oh, there it is. It turned on the purge. And it slowly ramped up before. And we should see a change in tank pressure, especially as the purge valve gets up there, 30, 40%. Make sure this guy's turning. Yep. I would think at 25% duty cycle, 30% we should see a change in fuel tank pressure sensor voltage. And clearly we are not, so that's interesting. I wonder what's really wrong with it. Oh, look at that, she's ramping, boys. She's ramping, she's probably looking for a change. It's probably, getting to the code set criteria right there. 100% duty cycle, no change. Wonder what we're gonna find. And even though, if you look there, the canister vent solenoid is open, or it's turned off, even with that being turned off, you should see, you know, a vacuum being drawn on the tank. And I assume that's why it just pulled that up to, you know, 99%. It was probably just checking, giving a quick chicky check to see if it's going to throw a large EVAP leak. Like, hey, your gas cap's missing, dummy. Because cars don't typically run at, you know, 100% duty cycle there on Purge. This one does, though. She's cranking. Well, let's go back for real and see what's going on. Must have a massive leak. Or a tank pressure sensor that's broken. That would be weird. Well, that was a bad idea. Sitting there at 35%, no change. Can you guys hear that? Hear that noise? Hopefully the camera picks it up, but it's that really rough. That sounds like a vacuum leak. Purge valve is turned off. It's coming back on. That. Okay, just a minute. We're hot on the trail.
Oh, okay. Well, it might get cold.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah,
1 minute. Here. Hold on, I gotta hold the hood up with my head. There we go. Now you can hear it. You can hear it whooshing. Don't tell me that this thing just has a missing hose or something. I'm missing the light, I know that. This is gonna look like a setup. Who the frig unhooked this hose? That's weird. Well, it has a clamp on it and everything. I gotta set you down. So that seems kind of strange. Come on, baby. Ouch, you sucker, that's hot. Why is that a pisser? I gotta move the hose clamp down a little bit. Grab the hold of the hose with them pliers there. That's kind of weird, right? Oh, would you look at that? Let's change our fuel tank pressure sensor here. Put this little down arrow. Or not. Yeah, I don't know. You're supposed to be able to change this to a graph, but more? No. Cancel? No. Yeah, for some reason that function Well, we'd give it a flying lesson, but it's my phone. Well, there's no sense in really going on a rip. I guess we could probably go on another rip, but I was going to change this to kilopascals or inches of water if it gave us the option. But we can clearly see our fuel tank pressure sensor is now changing, and there was a line unhooked. I wonder why that was unhooked. I wonder if somebody was doing a smoke test or something. I don't know. That seems kind of bizarre for that to be unhooked. Well, let's just go for another rip there. It'll only take a second. Wonder where my other light is, though. Alright, here we go, folks. Let's we're gonna come back and eat lunch with the very lovely Mrs. O. I'm trying to think of what I worked on this morning already. Let me fix that rev. The other car is gone. That one's still here. I don't remember. That's hella frustrating. I hate losing a light. Maybe Josh, he came and took it. I doubt it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, she is pumping at 99%. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. Oh, seatbelt thing's tattletailing on me. Okay, well, at this point, it needs to run a leak test. Very curious why that line was off. How's about this, folks? Let's go. Let's see, we recorded the faults. Let's clear the fault code. We'll hit OK. We'll hit OK. We will hit OK. Let me crank it up. Money light is off. We're going KO-EO. Actuation test. EVAP test. Function test. Test condition. Shift to park. Stop the engine. Please ensure that the gear shift is in neutral. Set the parking brake. Okay. Parking brake's on. Gear selector, neutral. Check the fuel gauge. Fuel level gauge. Does the gauge indicate between full and empty? Wouldn't it always? Oddly enough, this one's full to the top, so it's probably not going to work. Please remove the fuel filler cap. Blah, blah, blah. Use service manual. Blah, blah, blah. They want you to neutralize the system. They want an atmospheric pressure, which we know ours is at. I'm not going to get out and open the cap because our canister vent valve is open, and we know that this thing's sitting at 2.5 volts. So we're going to skip that portion of it. And then we wait for the longest 30 seconds ever. Oh, still waiting. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. It's not even a real Lego. Lego, my Lego. We're getting there. Boom. Boom, start the engine. And then we wait. So I'll let this thing go through. I don't know if it just does a large leak test. I don't even know if this portion of the scan tool function works. Oh, look at this. It's gonna show us all the different modes. 15 minutes. I'm gonna go eat my lunch. I'll be back. You guys stay right here. Mode 8. Oh, look at that. I came out just in time. Just got done eating my salad. Don't even have my hat on yet. That didn't take very long. Stopping sequence. You guys got to watch what it was doing as it was turning stuff on. EVAP system is normal. Excuse me. All right, we'll hit OK. Cool. Excuse me, gosh. We're gonna exit out of here. Let's go OBD function. Be interesting to look back to the footage here. I've ran that test before on Hondas. If you look in service info, it describes at every stage what it's doing. You can pretty much figure it out by watching it, seeing when the purge valve's open, seeing when it closes the canister valve. I just was curious if that sets the monitor for the EVAP. So let's check mode 1 here and see. I doubt that it does because I don't think it does a small leak test. Let's see here. EVAP monitor not ready. Yeah, I didn't think that it did. All right, huzzah. And then if we go to mode 3 here, where is it? There it is. We're gonna look for fault codes, see if there's any pending codes. No fault codes. Bingo, bango. That's it, folks. It still could have a small leak, I'm sure. Oops, why won't it shut off? Why did you step on the parking brake? Well, it's here for inspection anyways. That's it, guys. And girl. Kind of cool the customers got this in their car, am I right? Let me turn this thing off. I gotta go back in and finish eating lunch with Mrs. O and my sister. Do we want to end it? Yes. Let's unplug our donger. What's this thing? Let's get you some. Pretty handy. I do find myself using it quite a bit. I did a little video where we were doing a drive cycle or something there. And everything there like that. Exit out of that. And that's it. It's still a little sus why that hose is unhooked. And no, I didn't unhook it for a video. I don't have that kind of time. Because you'd have to unhook it, drive it, get it to set codes. I'm not desperate. At least for videos. So don't think that I did that. And why would I waste the customer's time and all that stuff? Think what you want. I don't care really at the end of the day. But that's that. That's using that little think diag, and at this point, even though we ran the function test, the customer needs to drive. I'm gonna look it over for a state inspection. If everything else is good, I'll tell them just, you know, full send it, drive it, get it to run a drive cycle, and then that's it. Slap a sticker on it and adios. Maybe he knows more about that hose being unhooked, why it may have been unhooked. I don't know. Probably not. He doesn't work on his own car, so that was done at a Jiffy Lube or something, oil change. So I see this car semi-often. I think he kind of shop hops a little. The old shop hopper, I call him. So I don't know. I'm gonna call it though. Why don't you guys call it in the comment section? Find us on Insta, Facebook, we're everywhere. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.